to the TezBake Bootstrap node tutorial. Bootstrapping your node essentially means you will delete all the chain data that is synchronized to your node and import a fresh copy of it from the Tezos Foundation snapshot website. You usually have to bootstrap your node after it's been running if the chain data becomes corrupted for some reason, or simply if you want to have a better experience with your node if you happen to have had the chain data for a very long time, perhaps using an older version of the storage that has been upgraded. It's a good idea to import a fresh copy of the chain in order to speed things up. When it comes to bootstrapping your node, you have to keep in mind that there is a very small but real chance that you will lose some what's called nonce revelation rewards. And what this means is that if you bake, for example, more than 5 blocks per cycle, and one of the blocks that you baked happens to be a special block, on the next cycle, your node is going to be asked to reveal some special information in order to prove the consistency of the blockchain. And to do that, you need a file on your file system, which is not erased when you bootstrap a node. And you also need a full block of the block that you baked in order to verify the information. So if you have happened to restore a rolling snapshot that doesn't have the block in question, then the nonce revelation will fail and you will lose some rewards. This is just for one cycle. If you lose your rewards, you will get them on the next cycle. And at that point, you're going to have all the information that you need. So if you're a baker that bakes maybe 1 or 3 blocks or less per cycle, you generally don't have to worry about this, as the chance of you baking a special block is very low. However, if you're a baker with some size and several blocks per cycle, it's a very good idea for you to, instead of using the rolling snapshot referenced below, to go to the snapshot website, go to the mainnet full, and use this URL instead of the one provided below to bootstrap your node. This will make sure that you don't lose any rewards. For the purposes of this guide, I will assume that we want to get the node back up as fast as possible. And to do that, we have to use the method below, which doesn't check the chain consistency and uses a rolling snapshot. If you want to be extra careful and you have extra time, and if you have extra space, it's probably not a bad idea to use the full snapshot and to use the hash number from the snapshot service that is provided here. This will make sure that the chain consistency is perfect, and also it'll make sure that you have all the full blocks from the cycles that are recent in order to reveal your nonce. But for the purposes of this guide, I'm assuming that it's a pretty small baker. They have gone down and they just want to get their baking operation back on track as soon as possible. If that is the case, what we have to do is stop TezBake, and then we will bootstrap with the latest rolling node and a no check command, which saves about 5 to 25, 30 minutes, depending on your hardware, CPU and memory, but also your hard disk. Once we've stopped TezBake, we can go ahead and start the bootstrap. And this part will take somewhere between 5 and 30, all the way to an hour, depending on your internet connection. As the download progresses, you're going to see a progress bar here where the cursor is, and it's going to go by 10% until 100%, at which point the chain data is going to copy to your local machine. And at that point, you can start TezBake again. So go ahead and wait a little bit, and then we're going to proceed with the next step. Okay, it looks like we are currently at about 10%. So judging by the speed that it's going here, it's going to take me about 10 to 15 minutes to download the blockchain. Once the download finishes, you're going to see a pretty quick import depending on the speed of your drive. Okay, and now we are going to start TezBake again. And you can monitor the status of the node synchronizing using this command. Another way to monitor the status of your sync is to watch the Baker process. And the cool thing about this is it'll show you what time you're on and date and what time is the latest. So you can compare this to this, and you're going to know how much longer you have to go. It looks like in our case here, it's just about 3 hours and a half worth of blocks that we have to synchronize. Okay, looks like we're getting pretty close. It is under an hour of blocks to synchronize now, and they're going pretty fast. It only took about 5 to 10 minutes to synchronize these blocks, but if we were synchronizing all the way from Genesis, it would take probably many days in a lot of people's cases. So that's why bootstrapping is a preferred method. And it can be completely safe if you take all precautions and use all safeguards. Once the full synchronization happens, you are going to see a message that the node is bootstrapped. And after that, you're going to see each block getting processed, and your baker will start working at this point. If you encounter any issues or have any questions or comments, please join us in Discord and Telegram. We'll be happy to help you. Thank you.